Another game that's good from the first, forget 3 minutes, I'd say 3 seconds. There's a game called Minishoot Adventures. Kelsey, you've been playing it. Haley, I know you're interested. Did you get a chance to check it out?
I beat it.
Whoa!
It's really good. It's like top end of the year discussion level for me. I really liked it.
Whoa. Minishoot Adventures. Basic pitch. Hey, do you like old Zelda? Do you like Link to the Past, but you don't really like puzzles, but you also love twin stick shooters like Geometry Wars or Robotron? That is this game. And just that simple formula works so well.
How have I never played something like the whole time I was playing it, I was like, obviously.
Right. Yes, that is the big thing. Because I love twin stick shooters. I'm less crazy about Zelda. I love Robotron a lot more than old school Zelda. Please forgive me. But something about like, for even the biggest Link to the Past fans, I'd be shocked if anybody said that combat rules in Link to the Past. But just having the tight controls of a twin stick bullet hell shooter where you're dodging bullets left and right, getting upgrades here and there, like it makes combat for an old school Zelda formula immediately compelling. Even if it's simplistic, you dodge the spray of bullets coming towards you and you spray everybody else with bullets. And like that formula as you're navigating an overworld and kind of unlocking new areas with new abilities, it's just immediately, it's like basically zero lore. It's just pick up, go, you understand it, satisfying out of the gate, keep blasting
the spaceships
forward.
go bleep, 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 like sometimes. That's literally the story. That's it.
Yeah, how long did it take you to beat it, Haley?
I did all the side stuff too, like there's optional little dungeons, I guess you would call them, but they're just like little rooms you can go through, and then you get extra bonus skills that I don't know how I could have beat the final boss without them, to be honest. The final boss was hard as hell.
Really?
But like 8.5.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
I'm a handful of hours in. Kelsey, I assume you're somewhere in that wheelhouse too?
I'm like an hour, maybe. Okay. Hour and a half, but I really like what I've played so far. Yeah,
it's a bizarre game that doesn't have a lot of marketing out there. Like we didn't get an email about it. Dan Reichert over at Giant Bomb.
I heard about it till you were like, "Hey, could someone else play this for the podcast?" I was like, "I'll try." And then I played it till 2 a.m. again. It Manor-Lord me.
But you were playing it at the same time that you were blasting through Manor-Lords? I just don't know how you're packing in so many games at the same time, Haley. It's messed up.
I kind of donked up. I played it till like 4 a.m. last night and felt really gross today.
Jesus Christ.
But that's how fun it is. If that's listen, listener, that's how good it was. I had a really good time and I couldn't put it down. I could have taken a melatonin and felt sleepy and gone to bed, but I purposefully didn't eat the melatonin and kept playing this game.
Yeah, so it's so weird that like, every 2D Zelda, you get lost in the overworld, or maybe if you're just me, right? And the idea of like wandering around, like, where am I supposed to go? Have I poked around this corner yet? Can I go into this cave now with this new ability? Like combining that then with this game having basic experience of like, even if you're wandering around, you're still shooting enemies and still building up your experience and therefore getting stronger, unlocking, new weapons, farther range, all those basic ingredients. Like it kind of eliminates a lot of kind of the dead end design zones, even of the beloved old school Zeldas. Granted, and Kaylee, I'm curious to hear your take on this, but like enemy design, it's a lot of Protoss looking spaceships flying around. Like there's in the desert area, I guess I won't spoil it, but there is like a really cool enemy. That was the first time I was like, oh, okay, this seems like it's cooking with something different here for a different style of enemy. But yeah, what do you think of just about like the world, the environment, the art, all that stuff? How does it evolve over time?
Super links, a link between worlds, Link to the Past, that kind of energy. Very much that type of puzzle world where you see a little peek of a treat you want, and it's not until you go do a bunch of stuff somewhere else in the map you realize it loops around, and then you can get the treat, which is just like such fun gameplay with twin stick shooter being attached to it, because there's none of this, like you're just saying, like with Zelda, sometimes it's like, oh, I know I have to get over there, but I don't know how. So you just kind of stew and stand there and get frustrated.
Right.
This one, it really lends itself to just like, oh, well, and you just zoom away with a speed boost, blast some stuff, and then you realize you're back where you started and get the treat now. That's kind of what kept happening. And it's what I always kind of wanted those little Zelda games to feel like for solving puzzles. Like you never have to look at a guide or anything with this. You'll just naturally find all the stuff you want to find because you're just zooting around shooting everything. And the level ups do feel really good. It's just basic twin stick shooter level ups, but when you apply that to an overworld where Metrovania style, like, oh, I know I got to come back later because I can't shoot rocks yet. So I'll go over here. I'll see what's going on over here. Oh, I can't do this. I don't want to spoil what some of the things are, but
yeah,
I can't do this yet. Clearly, I get this power up later, so I'll come back later. And then it was definitely played by people who played those games in the old days where they felt a lot of frustration towards, oh, I can't remember what I left and what I can't remember, blah, blah, blah. So they have a lot of upgrades where it'll do little check marks on the over map to say, you're done this cave, you're done this cave. So you know exactly which ones you still have to go to if there's stuff left inside of it too.
Tears of the Kingdom style. I could use like a general map marker. Like having the little check marks and stuff is fine. Do you get one of those eventually? Just like, hey, I want to be able to set a point on my map to be like, come back here later.
I don't think there is that, but 2 of the upgrades you can buy from a little spaceship guy you save. One, show you the caves. Well, you get a guy that shows you where all the caves are in the map. You can check in with him and he updates that for you. And then the other guy has an upgrade that actually puts little markers on the ones that still have stuff inside them. So as soon as you finish one, it'll just delete itself from the map naturally. And I think there's just enough stuff on the map that you don't necessarily need the little ping. You'll just explore, and then there'll only be a few left in that area anyway, so you'll be able to remember which one it was.
Right.
So even when you finish the game, there's some end game stuff you can play around with for extra secrets and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. Minishoot Adventures. Also great Steam Deck game. Great podcast game. Great everything game if you're into these ingredients. So don't sleep on that one. It'll be a big hit when it comes to Switch in 8 months, I'm sure. But right now it's just on Steam.
Tell them we told you so.
If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app. The best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive. Our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.